Hello, I'm Dr. Bridget Rivera, the Psychology Department Chair, and I'm going to talk about the differences between state licensing and certification. A license is a state's grant of legal authority to practice a profession within a designated scope of practice. Some states have a single license and some have a tiered system, and the names of licenses, as well as requirements, vary from state to state. Under the licensure system, states define by statute the tasks and function or scope of practice of a profession that provide these tasks may be legally performed only by those who are licensed. The certification, on the other hand, is typically a voluntary process, although certification can be mandatory or required to practice in certain states. Certification is often provided by a private organization for the purpose of providing the public protection on those individuals who have successfully met requirements for the credential and demonstrated their ability to perform their profession competently. Addictions licensure is designed to legally define who can use the title of a licensed addictions counselor and/or who can provide addictions counseling in a particular state. State licensure is permission from a particular state government to practice addictions counseling or identify oneself as a licensed addictions counselor. The laws differ from state to state, and substance abuse counselors go by a lot of titles, and this can also vary from state to state. Addiction certification is a voluntary process to illustrate obtaining some sort of competency in a particular area as designated by the credentialing body. For example, the National Certification Commission for Addiction Professionals, or NCAP, under the auspices of the Association for Addiction Professionals, NAADAC, offers national optional credentials. By visiting NAADAC's site, www.naadac.org, you can view all the states and boards which use the NCAP exams. Go to NAADAC, click on certification, and then select states and boards using NCAP exams. Always double check with your particular state board, as the state board governs state licensing. So do you need a license or a credential or both? Always check respective state board for laws. Licensing and certification process sometimes coexist in a single jurisdiction and complement one another. Some states may recognize the existing credentialing organization that provides a stringent, legally defensible, reliable, and valid credentialing process. The state licensing entity contracts with a credentialing board to administer the credential and the examination. Once a candidate completes the credentialing process, the certification board transfers that information to the licensing entity, who then issues the license. Each state license holds its own set of requirements, with requirements varying not only from state to state, but from specific license to specific license. To determine the requirements for the license you want to pursue, you first need to identify the specific license you are interested in. For example, there are licenses for substance abuse counselors, general mental health counselors, licensed professional clinical counselors, or LCPCs, licensed mental health counselors, LMHCs, social workers, psychologists, and many others. PG has a state licensure and certifications professional licensure disclosures page in our catalog. Keep in mind, state regulations are frequently revised. Therefore, prior to beginning a program which educationally prepares you for professional licensure, we strongly encourage you to contact your state licensing board where you intend to seek licensure to ensure the program will meet the state's licensing requirements. Any questions about state licensing, you're welcome to email sbs@purdueglobal.edu.